How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Men at the Bar. I'm your host, Wayne. My co-hosts today are Anthony, Ron, and Daniel. Today we're hitting on hot topics, important issues from a male perspective. Ron, what you got?
Question.
Answer.
What do your partner bring into your life? I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about finances. What do they bring? Your better half, your significant other. What do they bring to your life?
He ain't got no significant
I ain't got
other.
no. I mean, I'm a free agent, so
Free agent.
I'm out of the market.
Oh God.
It raining?
Is that rain? No, but I think for the most part, as couples grow, I think the most important thing is companionship. Someone you can trust, someone you can communicate with, someone that adds a little bit more to yourself than the outside realm. So I think it's more or less what that person would be adding on.
Okay, I mean, when you
So
start
the few relationships, what did you get out of it?
the things that you want to look for, other than, somebody help you financially or whatever, it's got to be that level of communication. Like I said, that level, certain level of trust. It's just gotta all fit like a puzzle. That person gonna know at all costs. Or when she come into my circle, I'm gonna know at all costs. My trust is not being taken advantage of. I know if I'm falling short, she's got my back. She supports me and my thoughts along the way. Even if I'm wrong, we have a conversation about it, not at each other's throat. We discuss what, do's and don'ts, is and ain'ts, cans and can'ts.
So are you saying that for the most part, in your perspective, it would be one would be trust, and the other one would be as far as the willing
communication,
patience, the willing to communicate and open
support.
up and support.
Right.
On your end, what you think, Dane?
I kind of agree with that. It's just a matter of makeup of how the situation is laid out and where you going from that.
Bro, what do you mean with how situations are laid out? I mean, you're gonna have a lot. A whole lot.
I mean, it depends on the person. I mean, as individuals, we all come with our own background, our own baggage. We come with our own idea, and we grow into these, or we mutate into these. As we have experiences, we have this baggage and these traits that we pick up along the way. Because when you meet someone, you have to later on endure their baggage.
Right.
Because at some point, because if you meet a woman, she's kind, she's sweet, she's giggling, she's smiling, but you don't know the baggage that she's carried along the way that's going to affect you later on. Because if she's been in an abusive relationship,
exactly,
if he was verbal or physical. Or she's been traumatized through some point, probably some freaky shit with her uncle or dad. Or, you
Did
never
she come
know.
from the pole?
Right, you never know what's going to come behind that. So you just got to, I think that's what's the most important part in a relationship, is taking your time to learn the person that you're dealing with, to get to find out who you're dealing with. And then the biggest question you have at the end of the day, can I deal with this person? Do I have the patience to go through her ordeal?
Right.
Or his ordeal.
Right, because if she's been cheated on, guess what? She's gonna have cheating problems.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn it, you go to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
you-
I need to see you go to the bathroom. You know.
If you get off at 4:00 and it takes 17 minutes to get up,
Right.
minute 18,
Right.
where you at?
I mean, it's a lot to it, and understanding to know to your and being honest with yourself. If the relationship is not going to be perfect for you, I'm saying not perfect because no relationship is perfect, but if the relationship is not going to be something that you can adjust to, you also have to be man enough to say, hey, I'm not gonna waste your time.
Right, and you don't waste mine.
Yeah,
this is not.
This is you're a beautiful person. You're good, but I cannot. I'm not.
Right.
I don't think we're a good match. I'm thinking one way. I'm going left. You're going right. We can be friends, and that's before the relationship start, because that way you have a way to get out of the relationship before, well, fuck you, nigga.
You know what? Here's the thing.
Fucked up.
Now, we just made that sound so simple.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of us, we may feel, hey, it is that simple. But when does that ever occur? It never. I've never seen it.
You know why it never occurred?
I've never seen it occur that simple.
You know why?
Why?
Because the simple fact in our minds, and remember this, for most women, the moment you sleep with them, you made a commitment.
Right.
You have made a commitment. If you sleep with me, you have made a commitment. But in our heads, hey, I just wanted to, I just want a little affection, I just want to get rubbed and kissed on, pet a little bit, pet on the head. I just want to go my way. But the reason it sounds so simple because it's actually, I put it like this, and I tell my kids all the time, life is not hard. We make it hard with the decisions we make. Because we don't think about this decision. We don't think about the situation and thinking long term. Where it's going to go from here, and where it's going to take me 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months along the way.
Right.
And you have to think that way because you would avoid a lot of wasted time for one. You would not have wasted a lot of effort and money later on down the road. So therefore, you have to think about, where is this going to take me if I get with this person? Where do I see myself? Do I just see her as a one night stand? Do I see her as a semi-friend?
Yeah.
We date.
For the moment.
Right. For the moment.
Right now.
Just to fill the void. Because I'm by myself right now. Or do I see her long term?
Right.
Is she what I think is wife material? Do I think that she a homemaker? Do I think I can raise kids with her? Because a lot of times we don't think that far along ahead, but you got to think every move you make this is your life.
Right.
You have full control of your life.
Exactly.
You have control of the decisions you make. So if you make wrong decisions, you got to be prepared to be able to say, okay, I fucked up, and let me go back there
and handle the consequences.
Handle the consequences and reboot myself.
Yeah.
But the reason that is because we don't learn these lessons until we get older.
Yeah.
We go through these mistakes, and I mean, life is the best teacher of anything, but at the same time, learning from your mistakes and realize your mistakes and not repeating them, that's where the education, that's where the smartness come in. It's like they say, you keep around, eventually you're gonna go through the wall. It's just what point
what point
how many times you need to get to
keep your head in the same spot.
Either you gonna give or the wall gonna give.
Wow.
So, but hey, it's life lessons, life learning. I mean, but I think as an older guy, as for myself, being settled and living life to the point where I am now, compared to some young guy right now that's probably in his 19, 20 or whatever, 25.
Right.
You know, you know, I look at life easy now because hey, life is easy.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
to them, you know,
you've
they
already been through
they, you know, you try to tell
hell and high water.
hey, you tell a young guy, hey man, look, take time, don't do that. But he's like, shit,
I'm running.
Hey,
The same thing we would do.
I'm gonna change the game. You know, if the game don't change at all, it still plays the same way, same rules, same everything. You can't change it; it won't change. But hey, you want to wear yourself out, try to change.
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Just try
ain't no different than all of us. We come up
Right.
and we went to tugging up and pulling our britches up
Yeah.
like, oh.
But I like
It
when it comes
changed.
back to you. I actually think that you know, for getting with someone that you connect with, that you can grow with, and be there as your companion. You
Right.
know?
Right.
You know, because my wife, whew, she's my A.
Right.
Back pocket, front pocket. She's the belt. She the belt. Hold me up. Everything. You know. So.
And that's definitely,
You know.
that's what, I mean, regardless of what people say, that's the type of stuff that you want. But just like, of course, around our boys, we're like, oh, I'm the boss, I'm the king, I'm King Kong in the jungle, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But quiet as kept, when we ain't with us and we ain't shooting the shit like that. It's like,
We know who control.
Thank God,
We know who
I'm
control.
down. Whoa, look at God. You brought one here. Look, high five, homie, bruh. Because if it wasn't for her, I ain't no telling where I'd be, the hell I'd be experiencing, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's just us as men.
Yeah.
And along up, boys, you know, we said.
So, Daniel, I'm gonna ask you this.
Got
So,
this.
and carry on with that. What kind of mistakes do you think men make in a relationship? What's the key components do you think?
Learning to separate lust from love, and
Mm.
just basically
Damn,
taking your time.
you been to college last week, didn't you? What school you go? You been taking some class over there at TSU.
A little bit. Yeah, just learn how to separate the two, and knowing the mistakes you made ahead of time as you see it towards the end on what happened, what you could have done, should have done, what would have been a better benefactor for not only you and your person that you're with. To kind of, you know, because you never really want to hurt the other person, but sometimes it's inevitable because you made the mistake on yourself, not seeing the situation for what it was, looking towards the future versus you're in the now. The emotions are high. You're acting off of just like adrenaline rush.
Adrenaline is just
yeah, everything.
Well, you know,
I
but you
think
see, but the thing with that, but you know, for men, we are visual creatures, and we always see a woman's worth from her looks first before we learn her worth internal.
Yeah.
And that's what drives us
But also that
without thinking, you know,
that can
hey,
drive us, but it also can be our mistake.
well, yeah,
Because you're looking at on the outside, but on the inside, it's something totally different.
well, of course it is.
Ain't that the truth?
Wait, I'm gonna ask you this. So, do you think, between love and lust, do you think love and respect are the same?
No.
Why not? Because I mean, my theory has always been, if I love my woman, I love my wife, that means I respect her.
From that point.
So therefore, me respecting her is loving her.
Right.
Because if I'm out wherever I am, if I'm respecting my wife, you know, keeping my composure, not you know wilding out,
from that.
then I'm showing love for my wife because I'm showing her respect,
Right.
regardless if she's here or
Right.
not. So I think the two do go together, but at the same time, does that when it comes to lust is just action.
Right.
You know, an action on site
Right.
and your environment, and your environment will also depend your outcome on your reaction. So, and then once again goes back to we're visual creatures.
Mm-hmm.
We see a woman in some tights, a little belly shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and she's shapely, she's looking nice, smelling nice.
Yeah.
You know, we off. You know, our adrenaline kicks in.
Yeah.
Our manliness kick in. You know, we on the hunt. You
Yeah,
know,
beat on our chest a little bit.
right? You know, but I think it's self. I think that will have to fall into self control. Then you putting your own values into key, which you're looking for. Putting yourself first. Putting your values and saying to be able to look and say, okay, yeah, she looks nice, but where her head at? Where she live at? What's she doing? Why is she dressed like this in the first place? Is she looking for attention? Does she want somebody to come talk to her, or she don't want somebody to talk to her? Then you, and especially this day and age, you gotta just be careful. You know, first word say, hello. And she's respond, then you say, okay, that's an open door.
Yeah,
she say hello back.
back.
I can ooze up a little bit more.
Right, and then again, it goes back to what you yourself has been through.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, as they all say or quote, once a cheater, always a cheater. You know, this and that. Okay, but what made you get to that point? You know, that's where you are. Even though you have a wife, significant other, but you know they ain't around, they ain't right here. So them eyeballs get the, hey Fluffy, come on over here and
I think
brush your hair a little bit.
I think that has to go into, I think to wrap that up, I think men need to take a little time, me time, as far as thinking, not the other me time, but me time on thinking on as an individual, because every time, you know, year to year as we get older, our thinking process changes. We don't think the same way when we was 20. We don't think the same way when we was 25.
Right.
You know, I sure don't think the same way when I was 30. So it changes. So you got to ask yourself, where am I now? How am I grounded? What I need, what I want, what I'm looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me touch on this. Recently, it's been put out there. Well, I want to ask the question, as far as blacks in a white society, those blacks that get into the limelight of a white society, meaning a white public that embraces them, do you think when those black people transcend to that era where their population with whites grow and they're favored, do you think they pull themselves away from their past and as far as their stature in the black community because now they're favored with whites?
Well,
I think someone forget where they come from.
And not even that they forget. They want to forget. They want to forget that they came from Calio Projects. They came from my hometown, from Lincoln Courts or Parkview, Ellerton Heights or whatever, where they had to have that assistance, that Section 8, that
public house,
AFDC, whatever, all of that stuff. You know, the getting the book of food stamps, which now that we're all older, it was like, man, who got some food stamps for sale? But back then, of course, people now they get to that point, they want to forget that's where they came from. That they elevated their statue in their life, and it's not. That's what you came from, but that's also what made you.
Right. What do you think?
That hustle, that drive. I mean, you never forget where you come from because it always will humble you if a certain situation happens and you lose everything.
I mean, because recently, 50 Cent outed Oprah on the statement that she made. She was basically highlighting black men that have been accused of sexual and convicted of sexual harassment or assault, and she highlighted all the blacks, but she did not highlight any white males that was in the same category. And that's why I asked that question, because I think for some blacks, once they reach a certain elevation and can breach that common line into the white, white, I would say, community.
Yeah.
And they're able to segregate themselves a little bit from the black urban area or urban people. Do they become somewhat, say, bougie or just think they're better than, the common folk?
Yeah, just like I said, like I said before. I don't favor that. I mean, I can see a person say I bettered my life.
Yeah. But if my dad was a drunkie and my mom was a prostitute, and I just was blessed to come up, who am I to say I'm better than the next person, And I think that that becomes a gray area, which, you lose favor of the people that actually brought you to your stardom. Because you have to carry, I think most people have to carry on, which black people carry us, lift us up, bring us on, get us in the spotlight, and then once the white people, because white people only jump
after
ship.
You get there.
Right, after you get there, because then if they see I can make money, or we can make money getting this person on board, sponsorship, community, commercials or whatever, we can bring this person and we can get some revenue out of it. That's when they want to embrace the black.
Oh yeah,
the black person and say, "Come on, we can get you your own show. We can do this. We can do that."
And here's the thing. Ironically, you said that, because you said the thing with 50 versus Oprah. Mm-hmm. Oprah probably tell 50. Well, shit, this is my show. Get your own damn show. Mm-hmm. Get your own show, and you point out whoever you want to. Oprah's shit. But this ain't Oprah. It's on the Oprah WN, the OWN network, which I own.
Well, we all know that Oprah mostly when she was in her talk show in Chicago, when white women started watching her show.
Oh yeah.
That's when it blew up.
Exactly.
That's exactly when it blew up.
Knowing when and where and who to elevate with.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why all the Christmas said, you get a car, you get a car, you get a and you know damn well she ain't throwing all that out.
Right.
It's a big tax write-off too.
Exactly. So
but they don't know that as you you get the car, but you gotta pay the taxes on it. Yeah. So Daniel, what you got going on?
My heart is heavy. Nah.
So Hoppo to beat me.
What do you do when you got certain friends supposed to be there? You call out, help!
And they don't show up.
Scream loud.
Help me! Well, nah, I guess, at what point do you think a woman is fed up when a guy is not career driven, or he keeps trying and trying, but the job industry isn't working out for him? Like, should she leave him, or stick with him by his side, or just pretty much just throw the whole thing away?
That sounds like that movie. What's the name?
Acrimony.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my boy Hot.
Hey,
what the
but he had that belief that that thing was gonna jump off, and when it did, and she got to her point where, hey, and that's the thing. It's, I mean, you can't say when that point is going to show up for nobody else other than yourself.
I think it depends on the situation because I'm a true believer in how you meet this person. Right now is where your relationship will start off. If that person is not working, you have to believe that you're going into a relationship, this person's not working.
Right, yeah.
Now, you decide to get into the relationship with the person not working, then you got to ask yourself, is they looking for work?
Why is he not working?
Why are you not working?
Yeah.
Or are you just waiting on a certain job? Are you willing to work another job until you get to this job?
But how long should that man or woman wait, though?
But see, I think it's no time limit because you understood going in that
That's where it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if the person ain't got nothing walking in the door, they walking in the door with nothing. You
But
gotta
like what you were
realize
saying,
that
but
you
you
gotta
can
accept that person for who they are.
But it was like what you were just saying, that looking at that person, you know if they trying. You know what I'm saying? You can tell by their actions, whether if it's looking for a job, waiting on a job.
If you're trying, then if you can't get exactly what you want, then you'll substitute until you get
what you want.
Because you got to still live. You got to buy drawers. You got to buy deodorant. You got to buy toilet paper. You still got to bring something to the table. You may, I mean, I say in a relationship, okay, someone's got to bring the meat. Somebody got to bring the potatoes.
Yeah.
With both of those, you have a complete meal. If only one person brings the meat, that means you're
only getting the meat. Yeah.
Because somewhere along the way, the person that's providing the meat is going to get agitated. It's going to wear on them.
The meat portion is going to start slimming down.
Right, it's going to stress them out.
You know what?
And then now you get in a relationship where somebody is going to say something they can't take back, or do something that they can't take back because the frustrations add on. Because we all understand the cost of living goes up yearly. So therefore, for a person to just sit back and say, well, I'm just waiting on this one job to come along. Well, motherfucker, that was
what you gonna do in
that was 2 years ago. Damn. Shit, you could have been head janitor by now, damn. Yeah. See, that job came along.
Exactly.
But hey, at the end of the day, what a person brings into the relationship is basically what they have. I mean, they can, of course, merge into a relationship. You grow, you add on.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
But if you're not bringing nothing in,
It's only a matter of time.
and then the person that's bringing you in, or you get into a relationship with, I mean, they can't blame nobody but themselves because they knew exactly what they were doing. If you.
But although that's true, they can't blame nobody but themselves. But guess what? It get happen. But my grandmother always said, when you start doing this, before you start doing this, you better look up under your hand first. Where them other fingers pointing at? Right back at you.
I point like that.
Well, I'm going to touch on a little segment on men's health. Hey, diabetes is real, black men. Make sure you, if you have any symptoms, simple symptoms are headache, blurred vision, frequent urination, dry mouth. Hey, if you got those symptoms, get checked. Go to your nearest doctor, get checked. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna toast it up.
Before we do that, let me bring up something real quick. Okay, we'll wait.
Yeah, we're doing that episode. All right. Thank y'all for showing up and showing out with Men at the Bar. Thank you. Hit us up.